everyone's ready. We've got TCU head coach Mark Campbell following tonight's 90-31 win over Texas State. We'll let Coach give an opening statement and then open the room for questions.
Well, team played really good. These games are dangerous when you got a really big game lingering, and so really proud of how the group was locked in, focused for 40 minutes. I thought we were great defensively. It's another game where the team really shared the ball, had 25 assists again, and so, man, it's just special how you got a team that's really talented, some big names. You're only 3 games into the season, but I just love how they're playing together, sharing the ball. They're playing the game right, and so glad to get this one done and excited about the next opportunity.
I think it was the largest margin of victory in program history tonight. Last game, you set like 6 new records for the program. Just talk about the momentum that you have right now with this team.
Yeah, again, this group's special in regards to this portal. You took players from all over the country that are really, really talented and gifted basketball players, but it usually takes a while to get everybody on the same page, and for them to do it right out of the gate is just a testament to them and who they are, to share the spotlight and to do it with no ego. I mean, some of this stuff you have no control over. You try to put the puzzle together and put the pieces together, but at the end of the day, these kids, it's up to them to really come together, and they've done that, and so we're a really talented group. To get Agnes back in the mix today was great. Let her sweat it out before we play on Sunday. But we're playing the margin of victory. The records we're breaking right now, it's because we're playing both sides of the ball at a high level. This group's defending and rebounding, and then they're getting out in transition and making simple plays for each other.
You talked about getting Agnes back. Having her give you some more flexibility in the lineups. We saw a pretty small lineup out there compared to what you've done so far this year. What does she do with the continued versatility?
Yeah, we're still trying to piece together our rotation and how to play. Agnes opens up some different opportunities because she's such a physical player and an elite rebounder. When she's out there, you can slide Aaliyah to the 5, which those guys played a lot together last year with our small ball lineup. That was really good for us last year, and so today it gave us a chance to tinker with Agnes Aaliyah at the 4-5, playing small ball a little bit with the shooters all and spread the court. And so it's a great change of pace when you take Sedona out. And so, again, we're still trying to figure out how to maximize this group and how we need to play. But I think you can play really big, which we haven't had to use yet, but we have that if we need it. And so I'm just pumped for Agnes. She's been chomping at the bit. She's such a competitor and warrior that she wanted to be out here. And so we had to make sure her body was healthy and she was ready to go. But she would have played 10 days ago if you let her.
Can you talk about that cohesion a little bit? It's pretty uncommon. And this squad looks like they've been playing together for multiple seasons now.
Yep. Our staff, and I want to give them a lot of credit, our staff works so hard in putting the right people together. And this thing with the portal era, it's you got to get the basketball piece right for your system, and then you got to get the personality traits right. And I think we did a phenomenal job a year ago taking the hand you're dealt and blending it all together. In this group, though, this is really everybody that's on this roster is handpicked. And so I think our staff did an amazing job on the recruiting trail. Fortunately, there was a lot of former players that we've coached or recruited and had deep relationships with for a long time, since they were 15, 16 years old. So that also helps a lot.
Speaking of staff, who ran scout tonight?
Hey, so thank you, Nolan. He was a Bobcat this week and poured himself into the scout. Did a phenomenal job figuring out how to guard their small ball. They're small, and we had to figure out, who Sedona will guard and how we were going to guard our pick and roll stuff. So Nolan did a tremendous job getting the team ready. And I think we on both sides of the ball it showed. We were locked in. And so you guys, our assistant coaches in college basketball spend hours studying film, breaking it down, clipping it, editing it, and then consolidating it so that the kids can understand how to digest it. And so we have an elite staff, and So far, they're 3-0. Chavi's on deck. He's got a big one against NC State.
As you continue to tinker with those lineups, kind of shortened your rotation a little bit. Hailey played 36 minutes in a game that was mostly a blowout. Is that in preparation for Sunday?
Yeah, you got to start tightening the screws a little bit and really getting things ready for Sunday. Your margin for error jumping up to a team of that magnitude shrinks a lot. There isn't much. And so as you progress through the season, there's ebbs and flows of the non-conference. And so this first 3 games allowed us to play everybody and learn a lot, try different rotations. But now that we got NC State Sunday, you had to kind of get things dialed in today. And so we did that. And it's going to take an incredible effort from everybody on Sunday to get that thing done.
Coaches like to talk about the importance of every game, not taking any game too seriously or looking forward or looking ahead. How do you, now that NC State is here, maybe not overblow the opportunity on Sunday afternoon?
Correct. And I hope we're loose. You nailed that. It's one game. Win or lose, it's one game. What it is for us is an incredible opportunity to go compete and figure out where we're at. That group's ahead of us in regards to playing in a Final Four, having the core group back. They're a very veteran, tough, grizzled team. They've been through a lot together. We're not. We're a team that's just 3 games into this thing and still trying to figure out stuff. So it's an incredible opportunity. I hope we play free and fast. And could go out there and just see where we're at. And that's all it is right now at this point of the season. It's going to be a great measuring stick for us to learn and grow. And that's what the non-conference is. It's why we scheduled Notre Dame and South Carolina, NC State. South Florida is a really dangerous game and a really good team. Is so this young group, we can get tested and truly figure out what the best of the best look. At the end of the day, it's a long journey, and hopefully we have the opportunity when March rolls around to go into that tournament and make some noise.
It's also a big opportunity. You're playing on ESPN. Can you talk about how big that is for your program?
Oh, you guys, a year ago we had 0 national television games. And to go, I think we have the most TV games in the Big 12 this season. We got 6 of them. And so to go, this thing's, it's happened really quick. I mean, this is a 1-17 program not very long ago. And to be able to go play on ESPN, to have the roster and the players and the talent to truly go compete against NC State. As you build a program, you kind of have to bet on yourself. That things you'll land the recruits you hope to land. As you build your schedule, you want to play elite competition. And so thankfully all those things unfolded where we have a team that's worthy of playing on ESPN and playing against the best teams in the country. So for our fan base, I know there's a lot of excitement. Gosh dang, we need our student body to come out. We need Fort Worth to come out and support this group. This group is special. So Sunday at 2, I already checked. The Cowboys are not playing. They're playing Monday. The Frogs got a bye on Saturday, so there's no excuse, you guys. We need a great turnout on Sunday for this group. And I know high school football is big. That's Friday. Okay, so I checked the whole calendar. We're clear on Sunday.
Soccer's on Friday too?
Oh, man. How about soccer and volleyball? Gosh dang what they've done. It's been fun to follow them.
So Taylor's stepped up the last 2 games, 17 points last Sunday, 16 tonight. Just how good has it been to see her get into a rhythm and starting to score a little bit?
Taylor, we need Taylor. Taylor's an important part of this whole puzzle because of her versatility. I'm so proud of her. We challenged her as a staff to get out of third gear and crank it up and impact the game on the defensive end. Go get some rebounds for us and just play harder. And she's done that. And the funny thing is, her offense she's played better offensively. I mean, she went 6 for 7 tonight, 4 for 5 from 3. And so Taylor is literally just scratching the surface. But for us to get to where we're trying to go, she's one of those kids that's got to keep growing over the course of the season. And you guys, her work ethic's elite. Since the day Taylor stepped on campus, she gets up and does 6 a.m., 7 a.m. workouts. She gets shots up all the time. She wants to be great, and she's working really hard to become great.
You talked a lot about the work ethic of this team. Taylor, Hailey, a lot of them are in the gym. Who's in the gym first most days? And is it a competition to see who can get in
No, here's the deal. It's not necessarily who's in the gym first because they all have different routines. There's a group of them that love to come in at nighttime when it's quiet, nobody's around, and put in their work. You know, some come in early in the morning, 6 or 7, and get their reps in. Then there's some kids that do it before practice, and some stay right after. And so we have, I've been around, fortunately, a lot of really good teams. This group is as good as any team I've been around with their work ethic and working on their craft. And how we schedule practices, we don't go long, we don't go heavy, so that the kids have enough energy to still get in and get their shots up and work on their individual skills. And so we have a special group in regards to just loving the game and working on their craft.
You know, last season plagued by injuries. Is there something y'all done differently and maybe trying to manage workload, maybe strength and conditioning wise going into this year?
We really haven't changed anything. Though, if you go back, there were a bunch of one-off freak accidents. Sedona fractures her finger on a pass. Last time I checked, there's no strength and conditioning to work on your finger strength. You know, Jaden, non-contact jump stop. That gets injured, and in Madison there was a loose ball that someone dove into her at practice, and so they're literally some stuff in sports, and when you compete and play hard, injuries are part of it. But we, from our time at Sac State, we had 0 injuries, and we played about 6 kids, 40 minutes. And then last year you got hit by the injury bug, and there's really no control over it. And so I think we do as good as anybody of being wise. We really try to manage workload. We did it last year. We do it this year. We don't go long in practice. I think we shoot as much. Our goal is to shoot in practice as much as any team in college basketball. And that's a lot of non-contact reps. And so our strength staff does a great job. Our training room does a great job. Sometimes injuries are a part of it.
You've talked a lot this offseason about wanting to go fast. 12 points in transition tonight. I know the game was, the game state was a little bit different tonight. But is there another gear for this team to reach still in the transition game?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out, you know, the press is new. And so how much energy you want to burn in the press on the main group, managing that and workload with how many minutes do you want to play and how many kids you work. Literally, you're still a work in progress, 3 games in, figuring all this stuff out. And so we're tinkering, to be honest. And then some teams, you can't force everybody into turnovers. Tonight we ended up forcing 21 turnovers, so still that's a good night, but we weren't able to get out and transition as much. But they have good guards, they're quick. They were hard to force turnovers, and that's okay. Some games you're not going to do it. And against the really, really good teams, it's hard to get them to cough it up. So it's fun. You guys, this group's so coachable. I mean, it's a treat to coach them and tinker. And as you can tell, whatever we've done and come up with in each scout, they have played hard for 40 minutes. So you, as a coach, you can't ask for anything else.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thanks everyone. We'll be back with Hailey and Taylor.
Okay, you guys, see you Sunday. It's going to be a fun one.
So hard. Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's not nice, then don't be bad.
Well, first of all, I can confirm that Hailey's stats actually copied over in the game notes program this time around, so they should
Not a
be
new
good there.
record for this place then?
No. But Hailey and Taylor Bigby following tonight's win over Texas State. We'll take questions in the room.
It was a pretty physical game out there, especially in the first half tonight. Just talk about what their guards were doing to maybe make it a little bit more of a physical game, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just the way that the game was being called, it was allowing that style of play on their end. They were heavy on the help. They really were going for steals. And you know, if that's the way the game is gonna be called, then you might as well keep doing it. And they just kept doing it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we were able to hit open shots. So, you know, that just puts a lot of pressure on defense. But
yeah, I think we adjusted well over time.
yeah.
You guys set a record for the largest margin of victory in program history tonight.
I think it's just a testament to all the hard work and just the positions Mark is putting us in. We all love each other, so we play super hard for each other. So I think that goes into a lot of the records that we are breaking.
Coach Campbell talked about that, how much you guys play together, how much you share the ball. Again, in this era of basketball, it's hard to see a team come together so well. What do you think has been the key to being able to play such a fluid style of basketball so early?
I think we're mature. One thing that that's a great song. That's a great song. No, I think the one thing that's good about us is even though we're new, we're all veterans. We don't have one freshman, so we're very mature and we make good decisions. I think a lot of people don't understand how we're playing so well together so early, but it's because we all make good decisions and we don't have anyone out there trying to do something that they're not good at. And that's something that people understand with age and wisdom and playing more. So I think, we all have played in college basketball multiple years. We all know what we're good at and we only do that. So
Agnes came back tonight for the first time. Can you talk about her play and how you felt she was getting back in rotation?
Yeah, Agnes is a vital piece for us, not just on the defensive end, but also her shooting ability and just how hard she plays. And she's also very selfless, so it was really good to see her back out there doing her thing.
Aggie is big for us on rebounds, especially with our matchups coming up. A lot of athletic teams with long players, and so we need her rebounding ability. We need her toughness, and, she's a unique matchup that I think will be very helpful for us as we play better competition. So we're super excited to have her back.
With Agnes back, you guys got to play a little bit more of that small ball lineup for the first time this year. How much do you enjoy having that kind of speed and athleticism on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I think it's going to really benefit us in the long run. When Agnes is back and we're able to play small, we can match up with a lot of the major style of play where they're all guards and everybody can shoot. So with our ability to have that lineup, that's going to benefit us way down the road when we need defenders who can guard their perimeter, all five of us. So I think that's something that we'll keep in our back pocket and we'll use when we need to.
Coach Campbell was just in here praising your work ethic and how hard you've been working this season. 17 points last game, 16 tonight. How nice is it to start seeing kind of the fruit of your labor on the scoring end a little bit?
I would say it's nice. I know there's still areas of improvement, but I think it's just, my work. I do work really hard, but I think also it's on him. Like, he puts me in great positions to succeed and puts me around players who create for me. Like, I think like half of Hailey's assists probably were to me. So just being around playmakers.
Hailey, for you, it's been a couple of years since you faced NC State. It's the same staff. What can we expect from the Wolfpack on Sunday?
Me and the Wolfpack know each other very well. Me and Wes have a very great relationship. No, they're a gritty team. They're athletic. They're long. They're gonna try to turn you over defensively, and offensively they're gonna run sets and be very deliberate about the actions that they're trying to get to. So we're gonna have to be able to handle their pressure and not turn the ball over. And if you can mitigate their pressure, you'll get open shots. You just can't get nervous and turn the ball over. So it'll be a big game for our guards to play with poise. And they're super athletic, and on offense they want to get downhill and they want to create mismatches, and so we're just going to have to be locked in defensively. It's going to be a huge defensive game for us, and I'm excited to see how we compete. They have a bunch of competitors, we have a bunch of competitors, so it's going to be fun.
Winning in these block games is fun, and you get to see a lot of people play, but how much are you looking forward to getting to really face a high-level competition and play a championship caliber team?
I would say I think our group is really excited. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we play basketball for. So I would just say, we're excited, and
Yeah, I think we're in a great spot too. Every game we've gotten better at little things that we've decided to focus on. So, I think we're ready for a test. And, tests have to come. We can't avoid a test. We need one. We need to know what we need to get better at. We need to see where we're at. And, I think the cool thing about our group is that we're excited for it. We're not going to shy away. We know that NC State will go on a run against us. That's basketball, that happens. But, I feel very confident about our ability to respond and, weather the storm.
NC State has a couple of elite guards, both of y'all being guards. How does that excite y'all playing against some of the nation's best?
As a competitor, I would say it excites me just to play against some of the best in the world. But I would say we have great guard play, so do they. So it'll just be cool to go out and compete, have fun while doing it.
Yeah, I agree with her. We have great guards. They have great guards. I think the real matchup is going to be our 5 versus their 5. I think we have a big advantage there, and the amount of times that we can exploit that advantage is going to help us a lot. So, I'm going to be pumping Sedona up. She's going to have a great game for us, and yeah, I mean, the guard play might cancel each other out. They're talented. We're very talented, but our bigs versus their bigs. I think that's what we're going to be looking for.
You talk about trying to find some advantages in close matchups. The way that you guys have run the full court press has been really impressive in the first 3 games. How can something like that just defensively give you an edge against NC State?
Yeah, I think with teams like that want to run their stuff, you have to be able to throw junk defenses at them to get them out of a rhythm. If we let them pass and cut and set screens where they want and bring the ball up with no pressure, that's just going to allow them to establish the pace of the game. And, we can't have that. So, we probably can't press all game against a team like that. Good teams figure the press out after a while, but we'll use it strategically. And, I think we will be able to, get some unexpected turnovers or even just delay the shot clock. So, we'll definitely use it.
Hailey, for you, you're no stranger to big games. Is there anything you can kind of tell this group, to kind of get them ready, so the lights aren't as bright in these big matchups?
Yeah. For me personally going into them, the biggest thing for me is to remember to have fun. I think sometimes when we think of a big matchup, you think of like super serious, locked in, like no laughing. And, there's a time and place for being locked in, but we're grown up. I know that we're going to be locked in, but it's important for us to play free and play loose. When you're the underdog, as we kind of are, not being ranked, them being ranked, if you go into that game playing tight, that's not going to work out for us. So we need to be having fun. We need to be playing loose, playing with joy. And, I'm excited about our opportunity. So, I'm going to be encouraging my teammates to relax as well as myself, and we'll see what happens.
You mentioned it's a ranked versus unranked game, and I think nationally people will see you guys as underdogs. Do you consider yourselves underdogs going into Sunday?
Obviously not. No, but that's not something that we can control. The media is what the media is, and they're never going to change. But the good thing about them is they don't ref the game, they don't coach me, like they have no effect on the game. So it is what it is, but at the end of the day, we have control over the 40 minutes that we get out there, and that is a beautiful thing.
It's kind of an opportunity to introduce the country to TCU basketball.
They know about us.
Facts.
They act
know
like they
about
don't,
us.
but they know. Like, stop playing with us, bro.
Anything else for these two? All right, thank you guys.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. They know.
That's a mic drop.
We can't keep asking questions after that.
Yeah.